که بشم Hashem nase v'nasiach Chok leIsrael portion halacha portion the laws according to Maimonides Rambam of Parashat Pinchas Monday. So it says over here Bate kenesiot ubete midrashot en nohagim bahem galot rosh. This is a very important halacha. One is not allowed to act with light-headedness, right? In shuls, right? In Bate Midrash, right? Joking around, kegon sechok, like joking around. Veitul v'sicha betela, and mundane talk is asur to talk mundane talk in Bet HaKnesset. Bet HaKnesset shul has more kedusha than Bet Midrash, right? One should refrain from mundane talk. It's very hard halacha. But Baruch Hashem, our Chachamim teach us that this was one of the main merits, that the Sephardi Jewry did not go through the hardship of Holocaust. Right? Especially, unfortunately, we see that many Batei Knesiot and Batei Midrashot were burnt down by Goyim, Yemach Shemam v'Zichram. But we see that Batei Knesiot, the shuls of Sephardim, did not go through such a destruction. And our Chachamim teach us because perhaps in the shuls, in the Sephardi shuls, Batei Knesiot, they are more makpid, they are much more strict, and they refrain from mundane talk. So because of this, Hashem perhaps protected the Batei Knesiot, the Mikdashei Me'at. When ochlim bahem, when shotim bahem, and one is not allowed to eat or drink in these places. Now we're going to see exactly what are the exceptions. Ve'en ne'udin bahem, ve'en metayelim bahem, ve'en nichnasim bahem, v'chama mipnei shechama. So we cannot use Batei Knesiot, Batei Midrash as a place of seeking refuge, right? Or as a shortcut, you know. You want to go from this, you want to go from alley to the main street from Bet HaKnesset. Bet Midrash is asur, it's prohibited. This respect to the makom Shekhinah, where the Shekhinah, the Almighty Hashem resides. Ve'en nichnasim bahem v'chama mipnei chama. One cannot go to Bet HaKnesset because it's cold there. Air conditioning is running, or outside there is 100 degrees, right? It's sunshine, or because of the rainfall, right? Or snow. Chachamim v'talmidim mutarim le'echol u'lishtut bahem, right? Medochak. And our rabbis and those talmidim, their students, are allowed to eat, right, or eat or drink in Batei Knesiot or Batei Midrashot with certain conditions, right, when there is no other place to eat or drink. So la halacha, if I'm not mistaken, in Bet HaKnesset one is allowed to drink, right, if he's in the middle of learning or prayer and he's very thirsty. But having solid food, if I'm not mistaken, in Bet HaKnesset, one should refrain. But in Bet Midrash, one is allowed to do it because Bet Midrash has less kedusha than Bet HaKnesset, right? And that's not like somebody just coming in and eating. No, he needs to be learning. He needs to be in the middle of learning, and this way he is not interrupting because he wants to continue his learning. Okay, let's go on. Second halacha, en machshivim bahem cheshbonot afilu shehem sorech rabim. In Batei Knesiot, one is not allowed to sit down there and make calculations. Oh, okay, this person gave a pledge $100. Let's write it down. That person gave $200. Let's write it down. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the budget of the Bet HaKnesset. Oh, aga mitzvah. No, this is mitzvah. No, but it's not the respect to discuss these discussions in Bet HaKnesset, right? אלא אם כן היו חשבונות של מצווה, unless correction, unless this is חשבונות of mitzvah, right? Correction. So one is allowed to do the חשבונות of mitzvah for donations, but not mundane חשבונות. Like let's say he needs to pay mortgage, right? He cannot just calculate how much he needs to pay, or rent, or electricity bill. No, you can't do that. You could do tzedakah, you could do achnasat kala, you could do all the mitzvot, all sorts of mitzvot in Bet HaKnesset. כגון סדרה או פדיון שבויים, or the money that you need to pay, right, to safeguard somebody from prison, to release somebody from prison, כגון קופה של סדרה, or the money that goes for the tzedakah, ואין מספיקים בהם אלא הפסד של רבים. And we don't give regular hespedim, hespedim eulogies unless it's a hesped, is the eulogy that everyone would benefit from. כגון שיהיה שם הפסד גדולי חכמי אותה העיר. For example, a chacham, a sage of a city passed away, שכל העם מתקבסין ובאין בגללן, that everyone wants to come to a place, to Bet HaKnesset for him. You could give a hesped, you could give a eulogy, not for somebody who is ordinary. Right? For somebody who is ordinary, one should give eulogy in a different salon, in a different room, not in Bet HaKnesset. Bet HaKnesset is supposed to be used for the Sorchei Rabim, for the needs of the community. So if it's being used for eulogy, it needs to be somebody who has such a chashivut and importance that people would come to Bet HaKnesset for his eulogy. Not like if few people show up and nobody knows this individual, and the individual who passed away wasn't Shomer Shabbat, Shomer Mitzvot, and did all sorts of averot. So the Bet HaKnesset should not be used for such a person. Baruch Adonai Leolam, Amen v'Amen.